Welcome back to Thriving Teen Tuesday. TTT. She got a shirt too. I can't move the shirt. There you go. In case you didn't know, okay, we're back. Today we're going to be talking about knowing your worth.
Yeah.
This is my lovely niece. You should know her from her previous video. But yeah, you're what?
84.
Okay.
And I'm 15.
I'm Mabel and I'm 20.
No.
All right, so today we are talking about knowing your worth. What is worth? What is the importance of it? What are some things that you can do to develop your worth? And what are some boundaries you can set in regards to worth? So respecting your worth and other people respecting and, sharing it. So when I say what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Like worth. Knowing your worth? Really?
But it's pretty much like knowing what you bring to the table and like who you are. That's the first thing I think about. Not here, know your worth. Who are you? Yeah.
Okay. When I think about knowing your worth, I think about what I bring to the table, like you said. All the great characteristics and also the not so great, but let's focus on the positive. All the great things, so like trust, reliability, caring, intentional. Those are some of the things that I feel like I would bring to the table. So I am worthy of all of those things, and those are things that I also want back in return. So if I'm going to be your friend, I want you to be in it 100% with me because I'm in it 100% with you. Yeah. Same with like relationship wise. This is my baby. Sometimes she'd be denying me, but I 100% claim her.
I didn't deny her.
Okay. You don't.
I don't.
Okay. She's my favorite though.
Yeah, I know.
She's probably also my only niece. That's why she's my favorite. But anyway, so knowing your worth, why do you need to know what your worth is?
So people don't walk over you.
Okay. How could somebody walk over you?
I mean, if you don't know your worth, let's say you apply for like a job and you like qualify, and someone just goes and be like, oh, you don't qualify for this, you don't do that, and they kind of like just put you down like in a position where you're thinking, maybe I'm not actually worthy for this job, but you are. And it's just like they're walking over you because you're giving them a chance to.
Oh, okay. You're giving them a chance to. Okay. So don't give anybody a chance to walk all over you. Knowing your worth is also knowing that you are capable of something. Just because somebody doesn't agree with what you have to offer doesn't mean what you have to offer is not good enough. It's just they don't want it. That's okay. They can stay in their little box, okay? You out here living life. So it's okay for everybody to not see eye to eye with you. It doesn't take anything away from you. Somebody, that I know that I'm a trustworthy person, and somebody comes to me, they don't even know me, and they're like, I don't know if I can trust you. Well, ma'am, sir, go ahead and sit in your corner. I'm bringing this to the table, whether you like it or not. This is what's on the table presented, and I'm going to cultivate it to make sure it's good and presentable. Mm-hmm. So some things that you can bring to the table. What are some things you could bring to the table?
Can you start?
I just said trust, reliability.
Oh, yeah, true. What else can you bring to the table? A lot of stuff.
In relationships, what else could you?
I feel like loyalty.
Loyalty. That's a good one. Yeah. Loyalty is like in a lot of ways. However, should you be loyal to people who are not worthy of, I just used the word worthy. Worthy. Should you be loyal to people who are not worthy of your loyalty?
It goes back to like what you bring to the table. So it depends on what they bring to the table. But I mean, if I'm loyal. But you kind of like get how much you give them from what they're giving to you. So it's like 50-50.
So don't let your loyalty be so blinded that people are walking all over you because you are loyal to a fault, right? Everything has the extremes. You can't be like 100% of, just blind. Yeah, open your eyes. Open them. Okay. And then how can you develop your self-worth? What are some things that we can do to encourage ourselves and to remind ourselves that we are worthy?
I feel like sometimes I feel like you just gotta be accountable for stuff.
Yes.
Just hold yourself accountable for stuff, it helps you build up yourself.
Accountability. I wouldn't have thought about that with self-worth. That's why I love my niece. She's smart, okay? She said accountability and self-worth, which is 100% true, because I feel like if you know that you did something wrong or you did something right, you're able to own up to it and accept it, say sorry when you need to say sorry. I think that's a good point. She be getting A's in class, okay? So for me, how to develop your self-worth, it definitely would be reassuring yourself, I would say. Some great words of affirmation would be a good way to develop your worth. Believing in yourself. Sometimes, we do certain things that are not so great, so then we think that we're good for nothing. You are good for something, okay? There is something that you are great at. There's something that you're good at. There's something that you can do. So don't put yourself in a box and say, oh, because I don't know how to do one thing, the rest of the world is over. Like, you have a small smidget of a bad day and it's like the whole world is over. But really and truly, you just had like a bad couple of minutes. It's not the whole day. It's 24 hours in a day. I have to remind myself about that sometimes. But yeah, don't discredit yourself. Like, there are so many things that you can do. So I feel like being worthy is something that you have to have for yourself. So then that way, like you said, somebody's not taking that away from you, because you are unique in your own way. So in order for somebody to not take your worth away from you and to take your values away from you, what are some things you can do? I.e., setting boundaries. So you can set boundaries for the people around you regarding your worth. So if you had to set a boundary, for instance, how would a boundary look like for you?
I feel like I would probably cut you from like how much you can say about something that go wrong off. Like, I would appreciate you giving that constructive criticism, but once it goes overboard where you're kind of like putting me down, how does that help? So like,
okay, how would you?
I don't want to hear.
How would you? So let's say I'm giving you criticism, and I've gone overboard. How are we having this conversation?
I mean, I'll just let you know that you're cutting it. Like, you've gotten to the point, you made your point. I think that's good enough. Let me like reflect on it and then build myself up. But if you just keep, honestly, personally, I'll just walk away. That's not okay. You don't do that. But
okay, but what if it's your parent? You gonna walk away?
I mean, I'll probably just sit there and maybe block them out. Because I wouldn't know how to say it, like, in a way where they wouldn't find it offensive, or like, I'm trying not to listen to what they have to say. So I'll probably just sit there and do
You could also, in a polite way, I have received what you have, what you have put on the table.
I guess.
I appreciate your point of view, because at the end it's their point of view, right? Doesn't mean that has to be your point of view. So I appreciate your point of view. At this moment, I do feel like you're hurting my feelings a little bit with your criticism that's gone overboard. I wouldn't say the word overboard, because you're gonna be grounded. But your criticisms are, I appreciate it. Let's make it constructive. But no, that's a good boundary to set. Okay, perfect. And then, so for me, I would echo what you said, but also add, just making sure that you surround yourself with the positive energy. Because at the end of the day, if you're around a lot of negativity, like negative mindsets, it messes you up in so many different levels. So if I'm having a really, really, really good day, and you just negative Nancy, ma'am, I am not answering the phone. Or we're sitting together and you just 24, like you just going on and on and on in the negative zone. I gotta be able to tell you, sweetheart, I'm having a really great day. I'm sorry you having a bad day. How can we make your day better? Because we need to be positive. And if you're always negative, my boundary is I need positive people in my circle, because it's gonna bring down my value. Because it just brings you down.
Yeah. You just started thinking of yourself like in the negative way instead of like a positive, because the person around you is being negative. So it's like, just your mindset and everything.
And just know that, you are wonderful in your very own way. I am beautiful, Mabel. She is beautiful, Edifua. You are beautiful, BMW, yes. So when I was younger, I used to love BMW because I used to say it was beautiful Mabel Wilson. My maiden name was Wilson. So yeah, beautiful Mabel Wilson. Thank you for bringing that up. She read my diary. So she just be throwing little jabs here and there, but don't pay attention to her. But I am beautiful. You are beautiful. So you say after me, I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am trustworthy. I am reliable. Yes, affirmations. I feel like that will help you to develop your worth and keep it there. Yeah. And don't let anybody take anything away from you. If you are willing to give things away, that's fine. But they shouldn't come and take it away without permission. Don't let people walk all over you.
No.
At all.
No.
Okay. So next week is questions and answers. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You gonna be on? You have a question? So get your questions ready for next week. So this week, I don't know how many weeks, couple of weeks, we talked about foundation stuff. So finding yourself, self-love, and now worth. So these are some of the things that we're going to be asking questions on. So if you have any questions about those topics, if you don't have a question, jump on. It's going to be next week. It's going to be live on Tuesday at 7 p.m. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to try.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I should, right? But yeah, so next week is going to be live. Ask your questions. You can ask for a friend, ask for a neighbor, ask for a girlfriend, boyfriend, anonymous, whatever you want to do. Ask your questions. Become correct. Don't be asking me left questions, okay? Don't do that. Stay on the focus, which is the foundation. And then after the foundation, we're going to talk about some friendship, because some of y'all friends ain't your friends. So that's, the videos are coming. Anything else you want to say to close?
Know your worth.
Know your worth. She reminded you of the title. Know your worth. Thank you so much for watching. Very excited, and we'll see you next week for our live video.
Bye.